So I am just taking a quick study break to film a mini video about how Finnish people spend slash, celebrate Independence Day. So yeah, I've just been reading and making notes on, look at the thickness of this. I've been making some notes on counseling and psychotherapy, understanding counseling and psychotherapy, counseling skills and studies. So that is, counseling psychology is one of the courses I'm doing, and I have an exam on it next week, hence why I'm doing that. I also have an exam on research methods and statistics and an essay due in health psychology next week. So I've been a little frazzled, pardon me. But yeah, back to Finnish Independence Day, which was 2 days ago. Finnish Independence Day is celebrated on the 6th of December, and it's a national holiday, so people get it off work, and it's also a flag day, which means that the Finnish flag is raised on Independence Day. And if you have a Finnish calendar, you can know what flag day or what day is a flag day by having a little Finnish flag next to the day. And I tried to focus on this, but my camera didn't like it, so you'll just have to imagine this in your head. So anyways, in Finnish, Independence Day is called itsenäisyyspäivä. Itsenäisyyspäivä. So päivä means day. Itsenäisyys is kind of like independence. First of all, it's not really a celebration in Finland. So this year, 2018, Finland is turning 101 years old. So I feel like last year, when it was like the huge Suomi 100, the big 100-year celebration, I think that's when it was a bit more festive and there was like more parties and things were more upbeat, I suppose. But in general, the Independence Day has been quite solemn and not such a party feel, compared to in America, because I'm half American. 4th of July is a huge like festivity, party, fireworks, parties, all that shebang. Finland, it's like the complete opposite. People are quite not reserved, kind of like it's very scaled back. There's this thing in Helsinki which I've never been to personally and I don't know much about, but students in Helsinki, they'll wear their white caps and they'll like hold torches and they'll march through Helsinki. So they start near Hietaniemi Cemetery and end in Senate Square, which is like the main square near the white big church that you probably see when you type in Helsinki on Google. But again, like cemetery visits and stuff are, I've heard, semi-common because Finland gained independence after World War I. So a lot of the Independence Day celebrations revolve around remembering the fallen soldiers who fought for our independence and being respectful to them and, being grateful for the sacrifices that they made towards the country that is now Finland. So that's why a lot of the times it's not like party hurrah celebrations, but it's a bit more scaled back due to respect. But I feel like last year was the first year where it kind of like, oh my god, am I even in focus? Where it kind of stepped up a notch because it was like 100 years. It was like quite a big deal to have 100 years of independence. So the scale of the parties were a bit bigger. But yeah, what else do Finnish people do on Independence Day? There's a tradition of lighting 2 candles in your window. So you have these 2, the long sort of candles that are blue and white. You'll light them and put them in your window. This year I got together with my sister and another Finnish friend and we did light 2 candles in the window. They were not, however, blue and white, but they were white. I guess the most notable, or I guess like the most famous tradition that Finnish people have on Independence Day is watching the presidential ball. In Finnish it's called linnanjuhlat, so castle's party. So it's basically the Finnish president of the time hosts like this sort of ball for the Finnish people. guess not for the Finnish people, it's for mainly like VIPs, famous people, people of note for that year. They get invited, and then the TV shows like the part of the ball where the president like kind of stands near the doorway, and then 2 by 2 or 1 by 1 people come in and like shake the hand of the president and like kind of move on. So you get to see every single person that like arrives at the event, and people enjoy watching that and like seeing who's gotten invited, who's there, what are they wearing. Like it said people like to gossip about like, or like judge people's dresses or like outfits and like rate them. Like I guess that's pastime that people have on Independence Day, if it's like on in the background or you watch it with your family or friends. And another tradition that Finnish people have on Independence Day is watching this movie called Tuntematon sotilas. Maybe you've heard of it. It's probably one of the more famous Finnish films, or at least it's a Finnish classic. It's called The Unknown Soldier, and it actually was remade. Was it this year or last year? So it's basically based off of a book by Väinö Linna, written in 1954, and it's basically like a war film from the time period of the Second World War. So that's like a classic movie that's always shown on TV at least. And then some people will have family dinners and cook like a big nice meal and eat together with their families. And yeah, that's pretty much a recap of how Finnish people tend to spend Independence Day. Now everyone's different, of course, so if you're Finnish, let me know in the comments what you personally tend to do on Independence Day. What I did this year was, like I said, I went over to my sister's flat with another Finnish friend. We lit the candles in the window, we played Finnish music on Spotify, and we baked korvapuusti, so cinnamon buns, and ate them together and had a good evening. So yeah. Also, someone that I really enjoy watching on YouTube, a channel called Ihana Bön, put out a video on Independence Day about Independence Day in Finland, so if you want to know more about the topic, do check her video out. And yeah, I guess that just about concludes this video, so till next time.